So the body of this modified motivated sequence speech, the first point is the moral of Julie's story. So in your outline, in one sentence, what is the moral of Julie's story? If you had to summarize her entire story in one sentence, what would it be? It's probably going to be harder than you think. What's the moral of Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty? But if we sat there and thought about it for a while, we might be able to come up with what it is. We've all heard the stories, but what's the moral of it? And so try to articulate that in one sentence. So this is, the one sentence outline. And then your subpoints are 2 or 3 key elements of the stories that we need to know in order to reach the moral of the story. Now, this is not the only things you're going to talk about, because you've got 7 to 9 minutes, you've only got 2 main points. You're going to have plenty of time to develop Julie's story. So be planning for that. You're going to tell a rich, vivid image of Julie's story, but what are the 2 or 3 things that you really need to make sure you capture or that you articulate during your presentation in order for us to reach the moral of the story? Do not include everything that you plan to talk about. You can't possibly do that in 2 or 3 points unless you've got long run-on sentences, in which case you'll score poorly on the outline. So, just a couple, 2 or 3 key elements of the story, and then you'll have your transition statement just like anything else. And in this transition statement, repeat the action that you want. So if you're asking us to donate money, remind us again, I'm going to be asking you to donate money. And then you go on to your last main point, which is the moral of Nancy's story, which is the after story. And then so articulate that in one sentence, and then in one sentence each, articulate 2 or 3 key elements of the story that we need to know in order for us to reach that conclusion.